Lebanon had it set up, but Bradley had it well covered.
Lebanon tried to run the Miami screen play to Schaefer, who's flanked wide right. They bring him back down the line of scrimmage. Bradley left one man kind of play in the middle, and he turns and makes a play on Schaefer.
Tell you what, this bunch of Lebanon kids has not given up, and they have played a good, huge football team here tonight.
Now, they have battled and battled and battled, and Bradley has just pounded us up front.
They give it to that big fullback, and he's hit and stuck once, twice he got a yard. And the Blue Devils, big number 72, just went in the ball game. Brody Farrell got a hand on a jersey, and the sophomore wouldn't let go, and help arrived, and they knock him down for a yard gain.
Clyde, this Lebanon football team could have cashed in their chips when they were 2-3, and they lost a couple of games back-to-back, Mount Juliet and Columbia, but they rallied with a road win at Gallatin with an outstanding victory then, and won 5 football games in a row. I think this football team has showed a lot of character this year.
Well, I think you're right. They played extremely well. They hand it to the big fullback again, and he is stopped for no gain. Steelman under the bottom of the pile. With 1:59 left in the football game, the Blue Devils want time. Tommy, let's talk about these Blue Devils just a second. As you said, a little adversity on the beginning. Lannon playing with a cast on his hand. Since that cast has been removed up until tonight, the Blue Devils had won 5 in a row.
Well,
and this has been a great bunch. What you're looking at also is a junior-dominated football team.
A lot of young guys in that lineup for Lebanon. Schaefer, a junior. Steelman, a junior. John Miller, a junior. Neighbors, a junior. Brad Trice, Justin Jones. Looking at the offensive side of the football, you get Forrest coming back to play at the tailback spot. Justin Forrest, only a sophomore. Lanning returns for Lebanon as a junior quarterback now, in his 3rd year as a starting quarterback for Lebanon. These seniors have helped bridge the gap. It got Lebanon back on the winning scheme. The first winning record for Lebanon since '95, the first playoff adventure for Lebanon since that '95 season, and those kids have helped pull this thing back together.
Bradley with a 3rd and 9 at their own 49, and they give it to the quarterback. Kiven coming to the near side to the 45, to the 40. He's got the first down. Lebanon will bop him out of bounds as he steps inside the 35 to the 34. Al Morris, the quarterback, on the option keeper, rips off the first down all the way down to the Lebanon 34-yard line with 1:50 left in the football game.
And guys like Brody Farrell and Vandiver playing in the secondary. You've got some kids, underclassmen, sophomores, who have played in some key spots for the Blue Devils this season, and hopefully they can continue to make plays for Lebanon.
Al Morris sets his team, hands it to the big fullback, and diving underneath to make the tackle is big Jonathan Forrest, who got an armful of the leg of the big fullback and pops him down. And I think Forrest may have hurt his arm on that play, but he got enough that he dumps him for a yard gain, and it's 2nd down. Well, he got 2 down inside the 32-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
Brad Trice will be back for this football team.
Al Morris sets his team. And Goforth goes in motion. And again, they hand it in the middle to the big guy. And he'll power over the 30 down to about the 28-yard line. He must have 40 carries in this ball game.
Terry will tell us after he gets the math done on this one. Terry, what about it?
Very good, Clyde. 41 carries, 257 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Wow, that is unbelievable.
And it's 3rd down and 5 yards to go. And Lebanon with another kid out there. What's with our kids with the cramps tonight?
Well, a lot of these guys going both ways, and even though it's a little cool out here, there's not any wind stirring down there. Beefy Martin trying to work a cramp out, and that just goes to show you they're expelling so much energy, sweating, losing those fluids, and it's tough for them to replace those fluids to get enough back in them, and those things start to cramp up on them.
The football is at the Lebanon 29 or 28.5-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 5. Al Morris at the quarterback spot. Goforth is the wing back, and they give it to the fullback sliding outside. He's going to have room. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bradley.
He has scored again. The big fullback, Blake Morris. He bounced that play outside, and they have bettered their average on the season. They average 39 points a game, and they've got 41 on the board with 49.9 to go in this contest. 21 points is the lead, and Bradley will attempt the PAT. John, you've got it.
Goins in to attempt the point after. The quarterback, Morris, will handle the snap. It's back. The kick is up. Looks good. It is. 49 seconds to go in this game. 42-20. Bradley Central takes a commanding lead. This sideline report, probably the last one of the year, is brought to you by Ron's Family Hair Design. Thanks for all the good folks at Ron's for sponsoring us this year at the sideline. 49.9 seconds to go. 42-20. Bradley's on top. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Touchdown of the night, a 28-yard run. Bradley Central 42, 11 and 20, 49 seconds left in the game.
And here's the kickoff. Going deep. Lebanon going to let it go right through their hands, and Ross is going to pick it up and go down on his knee back at the 5-yard line. Well, Lebanon didn't play that smart at all, as that one rolled right by the Blue Devils. And then Ross picks it up, and his foot slips and a knee touches at the 5-yard line. Lebanon at the 5 will have a first down and 10. 44.5 seconds left in this thing. Well, that one's pretty close.
I didn't hear that one.
Red Bank 21, Oakland 14.
Okay.
Thought they said 41, Clyde. 41,
Did
14.
Is that what he said? I thought he said 21, but maybe you're right. 42-20 here. Blue Devils on the short end of the score. Lanning, handoff to Logue, and Logue is going to push it out over the 10 to about the 12-yard line. 32 seconds left in the ball game, and the clock ticking. The Blue Devils will have to hurry if they get off another play.
This will be the last play of the season for this Blue Devil football team.
I don't think there's going to be a play. I don't think they're going to run one. Yeah, they will come to the line with 15 seconds. Lanning will set the ball club. Last play of the ball game. Lanning underneath. Lanning takes the knee, and that's the ball game. Blue Devils fall in their first playoff game here in Cleveland, Tennessee, to Bradley Central, 42-20. The Blue Devils ring down the curtain on a good year, falling 42-20. And we will be back after a 1-minute timeout.
Count on America and you'll see.
Season. Lebanon drops to 7-4. John Bryan has Moose Marshall out near the middle of the field for the post-game show. Let's send it down to John and Moose.
Coach, you coach a Blue Devil team that started out kind of slow. Could have folded at 2-3. We rebounded, went 5 games in a row to finish the season 7-3. We get in the playoffs, first time since 1995. They didn't give up all year. They didn't give up here tonight. We just ran up against a team that we haven't seen a line line such as this size, and especially a fullback that gets the ball 40-some-odd times in one game?
Yeah, 28, the Morris kid did a heck of a job for him. He ran the ball well tonight. We couldn't stop him. He just flat ran over us, and they blocked well up front. I can't say enough about their team. They're a good football team up front, and they got running backs that can run the football. Offensively, we played good in spurts. We threw the football pretty good on them. I feel like that if the catch and the fumble that was knocked loose down here was a turnaround in the ball game, if that hadn't happened, I think we'd still had a shot to take the ball down the field and score, because they really hadn't stopped us after the first two drives.
Offensively, we got it going and did a good job. Defensively, we had to stop them, and at times we did, but it seems like on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 6, the big fullback for them would get 20 yards.
Yeah, it was a situation when we had to stop them, we had trouble stopping them. But again, our kids are a great bunch of guys, and even with this loss tonight, I can't say enough about our kids. They didn't quit even up till the end, and it's a situation where that we got a lot of good young kids coming back, and we got to get ready to go in the weight room, go and work in off season again, and it's going to be hard to say goodbye to these seniors, because this is the first bunch that's come all the way through with me since I've been here.
Good group of seniors. Let's talk about them. Landon Baird, Andre Lowe, Robert Langford. Langford coming back from being hurt, gets hurt again tonight. What a heart on a kid.
Yeah, Langford, he played injured. He played injured as well. Some of our kids played well and did a good job for us. Landon Baird was out there tonight sicker than a dog, and he played hard for us all night long.
Antoine Logue, Antoine Ross, Brandon Martin played hurt all year long.
Beefy played well tonight. His time and time again, he got cramps there in the late in the ball game and was holding his toes, just trying to stop the cramps so it wouldn't come out.
Luke Pereira, Derek Logue, Jeff Miller, who did some extra points for you this year, some field goals, played on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, Jeff did a good job. Jeff was a leader this year. Jeff did a good job leading this football team, and he's a great young man, and we'll miss him next year.
Jonathan Forrest may have started off the year a little slow. Come on from Gallatin game on, and has been a monster.
Jonathan made a name for himself this year, and he played good all year, and he was a factor in a lot of our victories, and as far as defensively goes, he's a young man that we're going to miss too.
Paul McPeak and Joey Bowman also giving some senior leadership.
Yes, sir. They're all great kids, and I can't say enough about them.
The good bright spot here is we've had a successful season. We didn't go maybe as far as we wanted to in the playoffs, but we've stepped it up another step, and we've got a bunch of good juniors and sophomores coming back next year.
Yeah, the good part about it all is we got that trio that threw them silly tonight back.
That's right.
And in that scenario, they're going to have a tough time with Chad and Defendahl and Schaefer and Jones catching the football next year, because all three of them can catch it.
Schaefer, who never gives up on anything, never gave up on the pass in the end zone, and took it away from the boy. It was probably an interception, and Kyle didn't quit, took it away from him, ended up with it in the end zone for a touchdown.
Sure did, and he did a good job for us, and he's a big play guy. It's Kyle is, and Brian got hurt there late and even wanted to go back into the ball game after he hurt his leg. We got a bunch of young kids that stepped in there and played well for us tonight, and we're a junior-dominated ball club, and so we got some good things to look forward to coming back next year.
Got some sophomores, Justin Forrest, Jesse Lee Dillard, that saw a lot of playing time this year, is going to help us next year.
Yeah, those guys, we're really expecting big things out of them, and we'll take up equipment this week and then get ready to go back in the weight room, because our weight room's the key to our success, and that's getting strong.
Coach, I'll let you get back with your team. I appreciate you coming out as you have after every game and talking with us, and this is not what we wanted, but it was a great effort. Turnovers were a key. One questionable catch, fumble right there that probably was the the turning point in the ball game.
Yeah, that was a momentum changer. It's 1st and 10 right there. I decided to throw it on 1st down. He was open when Chad threw it to him. They come up and stuck him hard and knocked the ball loose, but I didn't think he really ever had possession of it.
I never thought he had possession long enough to be root a fumble, but that's another story. Well, we'll take it back to the station here for this. We'll take it back up to Tommy and Terry, and then we'll take it back to the station. So we'll back up to you, to Tom and Terry and Clyde.
Guys, I appreciate y'all covering us. You did a great job this year.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you, fellas.
I'd like to thank also our pregame and postgame sponsors for our TV replay that's been with us all year long, too. Tommy, I'll go and try to grab a couple of players, and we'll be back.
Okay, John, thank you. We're going to try to stretch the postgame out a little bit. Tell you what, let's do. Let's send it back to the station for a 3-minute